Welcome to Sanatan Puranas, your portal to the timeless stories of our heritage. Today, we delve into the enigma of one of history's most complex characters. A name that evokes fear, yet also demands respect for its sheer brilliance. We are talking about Ravana, the king of Lanka. Was he simply a villain, or was he the most intellectual adversary the world has ever known? Let's journey back in time to understand the man behind the myth. Ravana was not born into ignorance. He was the son of the great sage Vishrava and the grandson of Palasatya, one of the 7 great sages, or Saptarishis. From his very birth, he was destined for greatness, surrounded by immense knowledge and spiritual power. He dedicated his youth to rigorous study and penance, mastering the 4 Vedas and the 6 Shastras. His intellectual capacity was unparalleled, making him one of the most learned scholars of his era. But knowledge was not his only pursuit. Ravana was also an ardent devotee of Lord Shiva. His devotion was so intense, so absolute, that it bordered on the extreme. He performed a severe penance to please Shiva, offering his own heads in the sacrificial fire. Pleased by this ultimate act of devotion, Lord Shiva appeared before him. He not only restored Ravana's heads but also granted him a boon of near invincibility and immense power. With Shiva's blessings, Ravana became a master of celestial weapons and mystical arts. He was a brilliant strategist, a formidable warrior, and a king who transformed his kingdom of Lanka into a city of gold and unparalleled prosperity. Under his rule, Lanka flourished. It was a beacon of wealth and power, a fortress so magnificent that even the gods looked upon it with envy. Ravana was also an accomplished musician and a master of the veena. It is said that when he played, even the forces of nature would pause to listen to his divine melodies. He authored the Ravana Samhita, a powerful text on astrology, and the Arka Prakasham, a treatise on Siddha medicine, showcasing his profound knowledge in diverse fields. So, we have a man who is a master of the scriptures, a peerless devotee, a brilliant ruler, a patron of the arts, and a scholar of science. Where did it all go wrong? How did this mountain of knowledge and power crumble into dust? The answer lies in a single, corrosive flaw: his ego. His ahankara. Ravana's vast knowledge did not lead to wisdom, instead, it fueled his pride. He believed himself to be superior to all beings, including the gods he once worshipped. His devotion to Shiva was not born of pure love, but a desire for power. The boons he received were not used for the welfare of the world, but to satisfy his insatiable ambition and assert his dominance over the 3 worlds. This ego began to manifest in his actions. He challenged the celestial beings, defeated Kabura, the god of wealth and his own half-brother, and seized his flying chariot, the Pushpaka Vimana. His pride blinded him to the path of Dharma. He saw no difference between right and wrong, only what he desired and what stood in his way. His 10 heads are often interpreted as symbolic of his mastery over the 4 Vedas and 6 Shastras. However, they also represent the 10 negative emotions that consumed him: ego, attachment, regret, anger, hatred, fear, jealousy, greed, lust, and insensitivity. His intellect, which should have been his greatest asset, became his greatest enemy. It gave him the means to justify his adharmic actions and rationalize his transgressions. He knew the scriptures by heart, but he failed to imbibe their essential teachings of humility, compassion, and righteousness. The pivotal moment, the act that sealed his fate, was the abduction of Sita. It was not an act of love or desire, but an act of pure vengeance and ego. He sought to punish Rama for the disfigurement of his sister, Shurpanakha. He could not tolerate the insult to his family, his pride. Even in Lanka, many wise counsel, including his own brother Vibhishana, advised him to return Sita and seek forgiveness. They warned him of the catastrophic consequences of his actions. They reminded him of Dharma and the power of righteousness that stood with Rama. But Ravana's ego was a fortress, impenetrable to reason and wisdom. He saw their advice not as a caution from loved ones, but as a betrayal. He believed his power, his boons, and his intellect made him infallible. He underestimated the power of Dharma and the divine strength of Rama. In his arrogance, he forgot a fundamental truth: knowledge without humility is poison. Power without righteousness leads only to destruction. The Great War that followed was not just a battle between two armies. It was a cosmic clash between Dharma and Adharma, between humility and ego. On one side stood Rama, the embodiment of righteousness, supported by an army of devoted Vanaras. On the other side stood Ravana, the symbol of intellectual arrogance, with his powerful, seemingly invincible army of Rakshasas. Despite his mastery of warfare and celestial weapons, Ravana began to lose. His sons, his brothers, and his greatest warriors fell one by one. Each loss was a blow to his pride, yet he refused to yield. His ego would rather see his entire kingdom burn than admit defeat. In the final confrontation, Ravana faced Rama. Even then, armed with the boons of the gods, he was confident of his victory. But he was fighting against more than just a prince from Ayodhya. He was fighting against the very fabric of cosmic law, against Dharma itself. And in the end, Dharma prevailed. Rama, with the divine Brahmastra, struck Ravana down, piercing the heart that had been corrupted by ego. As he lay dying, Ravana is said to have imparted profound political wisdom to Lakshmana, a final testament to the vast knowledge he possessed. In his last moments, the scholar in him resurfaced, acknowledging the righteousness of Rama. The story of Ravana is a profound and timeless lesson. It teaches us that intellect, power, and devotion are meaningless if they are not tempered with humility and righteousness. His downfall serves as a cautionary tale for all of humanity. It shows how the greatest of strengths can become the cause of our downfall when corrupted by ego. Ravana was not just a villain. He was a tragic hero, a brilliant mind led astray by his own pride. He is a reminder that the true measure of a person is not their knowledge or power, but their character and their adherence to Dharma. What are your thoughts on this complex character? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this story insightful, please like this video and subscribe to Sanatan Puranas for more explorations into our rich heritage. Thank you for watching.